One away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. That one goes for 8 yards.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive is eating up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the River Hogs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing to start the drive. Gibbons. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Gibbons. And he comes back with one complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Givens. Completes this one to Starks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Givens firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Givens. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Operating from the gun. Givens. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Givens. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Givens. And that is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 56 On 1st and 10, Gibbons. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Gibbons. Throw caught by Flowers. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gibbons. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down. Gibbons. He finds his man, complete. That's Buchanan. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. It's complete. This is Starks. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st down, Gibbons. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Back to throw. Gibbons. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Gibbons. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for Portland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.